Good afternoon. It's a beautiful day, and we have so much to get done. Thank you to the League of Conservation Voters and Climate Power and everybody here. Climate action now, right? Yes, that's what this is about, is taking climate action now. We don't have a minute to waste. We know that this is something that, frankly, there should have been action on before. But the sense of urgency gets greater every single day. Frankly, every single minute. In the last 5 years, we have spent $126 billion a year in taxpayer money just picking up the pieces. That doesn't count what homeowners and businesses have had to do, what farmers have had to do. It doesn't count the loss of life. And those numbers are going up and up and up every single year. In fact, it will be surpassed this year. So this is the moment, and it's exciting to see that we are in a spot to do something extremely significant. Now, I have a lot of different hats. You know, we make things and grow things in Michigan. That's what we do, and I don't think you have an economy unless you do that. And one of the things that we are making is great new electric vehicles, cars and trucks, and we know there's school buses and vans and all of the other things that need to happen to electrify our transportation system. We have made a start in the infrastructure bill with charging infrastructure and need to make sure that is moved forward quickly. But there is so much more that needs to happen. We've got to make sure that we are encouraging people through consumer incentives where they can deduct right there when they're buying the vehicle. We want them to be able to deduct a consumer credit to lower the price of this great vehicle, to be able to get into it and incentivize people, not only for cars, but trucks as well. And we also, in our consumer bonus that the House passed, that I have led in the Senate, we want to make sure that we are incentivizing good paying jobs for workers and the opportunity to collectively bargain and organize in a union, and that we are encouraging people to purchase vehicles made in the United States by our great workers. This is incredibly important. So we have several pieces. We have the consumer credit, we have charging stations, and then we want to make sure that we are making the component parts in the United States. We've seen what happened when we have a global supply chain breakdown, and if we aren't making the batteries here, if we aren't doing the semiconducting parts here, if we aren't doing the rest of it here, we don't have the good paying jobs, and frankly, we can't make the vehicles here. So the clean energy manufacturing efforts in Build Back Better are also incredibly important, not just for electric vehicles, for wind, for solar, for other important clean energy provisions. This is a very important part. And I will finally say this, that from the Agriculture, Nutrition, and Forestry Committee, we are very excited about the role that nature-based solutions can play. When I was in Glasgow speaking and making presentations on this, there was a lot of excitement around the world about what needs and what can happen in a cost-effective way, both for climate-smart agriculture, where we're keeping carbon in the ground with a whole range of strategies that farmers do now, but they want to do more, and we need to fund and help make sure that's happening. So a whole range of strategies that need to happen, and how we, in fact, support sustainable forestry. And now, you know, we hear a lot. I see all these programs, all these big machines that will cost billions of dollars to take carbon out of the atmosphere. Well, I got another way to do it. Plant a tree. Plant 100 trees. Plant 1,000 trees. In our infrastructure bill, a bipartisan bill that I have with Rob Portman passed to do 1.2 billion trees that we're going to now fund planting on public lands. There's more that we can do around the world to stop deforestation, to plant, because we know it's not enough to just stop pollution. If we are not taking pollution out of the atmosphere that's already there, we're not going to be able to do what needs to be done. So let's get all of it done. Let's use every tool that we have. And we, as Democrats, are committed to doing that with our great president, Joe Biden. I'm going to turn it now to somebody who knows firsthand about what needs to be done on our farm land and who's always been leading the way. Senator John Tester.